And we're on. Welcome to tonight's show. You're Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is from the Sidelines. Apologies for last night, not having a show. We are having some technical difficulties. And in fact, this is take 2 for tonight even. So we're hoping this will get through, and
we're going to talk really fast.
You won't see us for the whole week.
Blessings to you.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Yeah, good.
We're good?
Fantastic. This winner's circle thing is great.
Yes. All winners for the first time in... He's been letting us down for weeks and weeks and weeks, but...
No, I've just been biding my time
to okay, right.
step forward.
Just while we're talking about winners, I looked up Manly's losses for this year. We've lost by 4, 8, 2, 6 and 1.
Yeah. That's shocking.
That is terrible, isn't it?
Shocking.
So the next time you're writing my team off, our biggest loss was by 8 points.
We've only lost by a few as well. Yep.
Yeah, so Bunnies have only lost by a few.
No, Stephen.
Doesn't?
No.
All right.
Oh dear. All right. So we're going to talk about the round of NRL that's just been played, and then we're going to talk about some State of Origin stuff. So hang with us because I think you're going to enjoy the
You'll enjoy
discussion
everything
later. Let's go on. Let's start again with Bulldogs 44, Dragons 12.
Yep. And look,
do you remember what we said before?
Yeah, the Dragons have come out in most games and led early and then capitulated, and that seems to be a pattern for them, unfortunately, at the moment. Flano had his head in his hands during the press conference.
Yeah, because
you can't blame him.
3 weeks ago, he was on his way to a grand final. Bulldogs 38 points in the second half. First half was tight.
12-6 half time.
Yeah.
That 20 minutes where they scored, it just everything they did connected. It must have been wonderful to be a part of that at the time.
Yes. And the less said about the Dragons, the better. Sorry, Barry.
Yeah, I thought they had a chance to win this one. I backed them. I put them in the...
So did Tom.
Me too. Yep.
Didn't listen to me. No one listened to me.
No one does listen
that's
to you.
That's usual. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. North Queensland 42, Tigers 28.
Yes.
You think this was a yawn fest, do you?
Well, I don't know how you can have 70 points scored in 80 minutes and
be entertained.
It was, and not be entertained. It was just... I don't think either side were good.
Yep.
They scored well, but that was it.
And if you're an outside looking in and you watch a lot of tries scored, you'd be going, great, I see lots of tries scored, but if it's your team, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah. Tigers got issues with their discipline, and that's led to them having their first choice centres. Not too bad, Justin Olam and Brett Naden, and after that, it's a bit thin.
And even Appy's been a bit off his game too.
Yeah, and they've lost Clemmer for next week. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. They're in all sorts, the poor old West Tigers.
Yeah, which I'm surprised about because I actually thought they'd be better than doing it. Then I thought a whole bunch of teams would be better this year than what they're doing. So I can't speak too much. Brian,
match of the round.
Manly Seagulls 26, Storm 20.
Gee, and I love saying this for the second time. Gee, the Storm were ordinary, Brian.
We just made them look ordinary. No, I was going to say, so we had debuted our third string fullback. So Tommy's still broken.
Another Hopper-Waddy.
Yeah, Cooler went down and another Hopper-Waddy steps up. What some footballing genes that is.
Yeah.
So the young one is number 6? And the one that debuted on the weekend. And that makes it 6 out of 6 that have played rep football. Or first grade football.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
John Hopper-Waddy, sell your jeans. No, it was a good game. It was exciting. If you're a Manly fan and you've seen them blow leads all year, when we were up by 12, I guarantee there was no one who was comfortable. So yes, I'm happy to take a win, and I'm very happy for the young fellow who made his debut.
Yes, and he deserves.
And Jake for scoring his first try of the year, probably his only try of the year.
Yeah, well, he can score one for the Blues. Let's hope.
Anything else to do? You can keep talking about how great my team is.
No, yeah, that's something I can't do. I can't do that. Let's go on to Sydney Roosters 44, Raiders 16.
We were toying with them, honestly.
You were toying
with them, yeah.
Like a cat and a mouse.
No, look, I as I said before, I'm loving the Roosters' attack at the moment. I think they're fantastic. They're working on their defence, getting that better. The Raiders scored their tries not in bunches. They scored them quite spread out. So I think that's a sign of a good defence. And look, it's just they're great to watch.
We mentioned earlier about Elliot Whitehead
Yep.
and his discussion with the referees.
Discussions.
His ability to explain himself and put his point of view forward.
His vitriolic rant.
Well-
It was terrible. I think, just so you know, I think, as opposed to Steve, that's a sin binnable offence.
No, I think there's a point at which it's a sin binnable offence.
Sin binnable? Yeah.
But I also think that the referees need to allow the captains to speak.
He did, and he kept getting
No, he
spoken
didn't.
at for the entire match
Well-
until it hit rant status.
You know, they should have named that action the Cameron Smith action. Okay, you're off.
Okay, surely, but Teddy's does it an awful lot as well.
I won't go back from that. But I think that was Cameron Smith like, and they still haven't learned. And we agreed that that Lukiri's try should not have been a penalty try.
Absolutely disgraceful.
Probably professional foul, but I couldn't see that being a penalty try.
I don't know how they got to penalty try. He wasn't held back. He didn't have to reach out for the ball. The ball was on his chest when he fell and he knocked it on. It's that simple.
Because
It
the
was not a
bunker
penalty try.
is terrible.
Yep, and I think Adam G should not be in the bunker.
No, there should be no bunker. Get
Okay,
rid of the bunker.
No bunker. Got it.
Yeah. Well,
Let the refs make bad decisions and we'll spew about it, but because the game moves on, no one will discuss it like they used to.
It's so finite. It's so... I mean, you now have wingers who are touching the ball a centimetre in from the line. I mean...
Well, you got a touch judge. I'd give him an in-goal judge and an extra sideline
we
judge.
tried the in-goal judge.
Oh, well, they used to be there, remember?
That's right. That's what I'm saying. We tried that.
I
That's
just
great.
noticed that there are 5 games where a team scored 40 points or more this
Yeah.
Yes,
this round, and two teams scored in the 30s.
There's a lot of points scored this
lots of
weekend.
points.
There's a lot of teams that lost that scored a lot of points.
So if you like watching tries,
Let's talk about the next game because there was a lot of points scored by one team.
yes, that's right. Yes, the Panthers.
Panthers, go to Panthers.
How do you feel as a Sharks supporter at the moment where you beat the Roosters, beat Melbourne, come out and you think you're going to beat the Panthers and get smashed 42-0?
I think the media beat them.
Oh,
I don't know that was a shock.
Yeah,
That game surprised me.
at home.
At home, at Shark Park, at full strength.
Yep.
Not able to even put a point on the board against, let's face it, who was playing in the halves for the Panthers?
Cole,
and
Luai.
Obviously,
and Cole went down.
Yeah,
Well.
look, he's a great first grade name.
Yes.
Oh, it's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was nothing to say other than the Panthers were way too strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man on man, they just killed them.
But where did the Sharks go wrong though?
I don't know.
They've been playing so well the last few weeks.
Yep.
I don't know. What?
I know Nico Hines had a bad game to start, but he went off injured.
Really,
But he went off with an HIA, didn't he? He stayed off with his
calf.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that's, by the way, that's what killed you on Supercoach, by the way.
What?
Nico Hines getting 6 points.
4. Oh, 3. Yeah,
3 points.
6 as captain. Yeah.
Yeah.
That did kill me on Supercoach too.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out in my head what went wrong with the Sharks, and let's just put it down to an abnormality.
Okay. So let's go to what I consider the match of the round, which is the Bunnies scoring 42 points in any game at the moment is spectacular.
Yes.
Against Parramatta Eels 26.
Yeah, the Eels without half their team beat the Rabbitohs. I got beaten by the Rabbitohs
Without
half their team.
hang on, without half their team.
Yeah.
We have some injuries as well. Thank you very much.
So your reserve grade players are better than the Eels reserve grade players. It wasn't a game that reached any great heights, Steve.
It was a classic game. It was a tough game. It was gritty.
The important thing is you won.
Yeah.
Don't gild the lily. You won. That's all
You
that
won.
really matters.
Don't gild the lily.
Gild the lily.
All that matters is you won.
The lily.
Uh,
Is there a gilding of the lily with Latrell?
What a 5'8". What a find at 5'8".
What a find! Ben Hornby, master coach. Super
I tell
coach.
you, there was a try. No, it wasn't. There was a kick that Whitehead put through in the first half.
Yep.
Where absolutely sprinted to the line and tackled the fullback in goal, which was just brilliant.
Yeah.
And that showed the effort that the rest of the team should be putting in, and I think it really helped to motivate. But
So do you think Latrell will play 5 out this week?
well, we've got to
Or is
buy
it
this
just gotta
week,
buy
but
it
next week there's a chance.
Mm.
There's a chance. I liked
It'd be
Whitehead
worth-
at 5'8". I think it
It
was
was worth
good.
to try to see if it's reproducible.
Yeah.
I think because he needs to get out of fullback.
He's our best fullback.
Well, that doesn't say much.
If Whiten was playing fullback, he'd be your best fullback, just
Yes.
so you know.
That's true, actually. Yes.
All
Well,
right.
it was interesting that Alex Johnson went to fullback. So, by the way, Alex Johnson is now second on the all-time try-scoring ladder.
I hope he gets
Is
injured
he
again.
level with Billy Slater?
Double with Billy Slater. Billy Slater took 15 years to get 190 tries. Johnson's taken 10. Not bad. Come on, you might not.
I don't want-
It's still a pretty
stand
good
out
record.
on the edge. You wait for the ball to be thrown and you put it on the line. Yeah.
I
Well,
really
okay, but he's done it
Really
better than
tough.
most others.
Yeah.
I don't want him to beat. Ken Irvine.
Oh, he's going to kill Ken
I
Irvine.
don't want him to beat.
If
Ken
it's
Irvine.
not this year, and it probably won't be this year, it'll be next year. It's going to happen.
Oh, Steve, that's
Right,
sad.
moving on.
I don't think it's sad at all. Gold Coast Titans 36, Broncos 34. Broncos lost, scoring 34 points.
Yeah. Des
Titans-
didn't say it was coming.
Titans beat the Titans beat the Broncos at Suncorp
At Suncorp, yes, that's right.
at full strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they got a lot of confidence. They got the tails up, and they were missing Foran, who's been really good for them.
Yes.
Of late. Tanner Boyd must be injured, is he, or is he just been dropped?
Just dropped, I think.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Des knows what Des is doing. No one else does.
Wow.
Well, I guess for them, I suppose, as long as it works.
They contained Reece Walsh, and that's how you beat the Broncos.
Keanu Kinney.
Oh, I know.
He was electric.
He was.
He was absolutely sensational. So that's fantastic.
So, that was an interesting result because we were talking about the Titans have come close the last few weeks. So, yeah, they're looking good. And, David Fafita staying with them, I think, is certainly a
that's
big-
the best game I've seen him play.
Oh, yeah.
In a long,
Without
long
doubt.
time.
That
He was-
more Queensland hate.
Yeah. He had like 20 hit-ups or something like that.
And because Billy Slater called him and said, "Oh, we just need a little bit more from you. You're not dropped,
But then he
we
dropped him.
we just want you to see. We just want a little bit more,
And then he dropped him.
but we're not dropping you." Bloody Queenslanders, far out.
Thick and thick.
Warriors 24, Dolphins 20. And I thought the Dolphins were going to get this one.
I did too. And then the
Well,
Warriors.
they scored. Niokora scored. Oh, it was actually 66th minute. I thought he scored really late. So they obviously held them out.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins looked good, and the Warriors just grunted their way to a win.
Yeah. Yeah, they're actually starting to find some grit about them, which is different to what they've had the last few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're starting to be able to hang in there and play the 80 minutes and do all that sort of stuff, which is good to see.
And Tia Maria Martin,
He played very, very well.
he was exceptional.
It's nice to know that he came back from that brain injury and
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
actually come back
Yeah.
to full first grade.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Knights had a bye.
Nice had a bye.
Knights had a bye.
Gentlemen, one of you two can do the ladder. I just don't do it as
I
well
think
as
it's
you
okay.
two.
The Sharks, despite their 42-point shkabalacking, are first. Panthers and Storm in equal second. Then we've got the Dolphins making up your top four, Stephen. I didn't hear your team there.
In the top four?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just about to. We're hanging in there. We're about to make our run.
Then we've got the Roosters, the Broncos, the Knights, and the Raiders. There's your 8 gentlemen.
We're about to make our run.
Then we've got the poor old Seagulls just out. Doggies on 12, Cows on 12, Dragons on 12, Warriors 11, Titans on 8, Eels on 8. I've mentioned your team, haven't I?
Yes.
My team?
Yes.
West Tigers on 6.
Bunnies about to make a run, let me tell you.
And the Bunnies on 6 as well.
About to make a run.
Yeah,
We get a
Rabbitohs
bye.
have got the runs.
We're going to buy this weekend. That'll boost us to 8.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
About to show what we can do.
Fantastic. Yep. All right. Next round. I'm just
What was it
conscious of
called?
your computer, you know.
Oh, don't leave my computer alone. It's working admirably at the moment.
Okay. This is about the point where it crashed.
Yeah, I know. Is this? Does the face about to throw up mean anything on my computer? Anyway. Okay, hang in there, computer. We've got you.
Yep.
Parramatta Eels and Cronulla Sharks this Thursday night.
Moses and Gutherson back. The Eels will be winning. I think.
I was looking at the wrong game. My apologies. I was thinking, Moses, Gutherson, what? Can I just say, this is why Trent Barrett irritates me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's this got to do? Oh, okay, because he's now the interim.
He's the interim Eels coach. Blaze Talagi has been electric. Yeah, he's young. Yeah, he's got a few mistakes in him. Electric. He's on the bench. You've kept Mika Sivo. I get Gutherson comes back a fullback, but you've kept Sivo, Penasini, Sean Russell.
I think Sean Russell plays solid.
Yeah, that's fine, but surely you give the young bloke a go. Like, this is why Parramatta lost a bunch of their juniors, and now Barrett's doing the same thing. Anyway, the Eels will win this because Atkinson and Trindle are not halves.
Sharks
And
will win this.
I guess Talangi is coming on as a utility, whereas I don't think Russell may not be a utility. So
I think the Sharks will bounce back from last week.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see that.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Might
think
be
so.
tight, but I think Moses and Gutherson will want to make a statement, and Moses will want to make a statement in case there's an option to get into the Origin side. I reckon.
Oh, well, he won't be able to for the first one because
No.
Curious, yeah.
No.
Okay, let's go on to the second game on Friday, or the first game on Friday, which is Newcastle Knights and the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think the Knights at home.
I think the Knights at home too.
Dogs have been good, but I think missing Burton. I think
Yeah,
is a big
missing
loss.
Burton.
Burton
big
and
loss.
Crichton
In Crichton.
and
Right,
kick out.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
done Knights.
significant players, and they're all ex-Panthers.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of ex-Panthers, Panthers and Dragons. Do we see the Dragons getting close?
Well, the Dragons will be without Yo, without Luai, without Edwards,
And the Dragons won't have those because they never did. But the Panthers might not have them.
and Dragons will be without Lomax
And
that's
Hunt.
about it. And Hunt. Yeah, look, yeah,
And,
Panthers will still beat them.
Sewer.
Just looking for boys for the Dragons.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm on the Panthers.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh, and Jack Bird, who didn't break his leg.
No, it looked awful, didn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah.
No, I'm going the Panthers.
There's some of those, I don't watch them anymore. When they go back and show replays, legs bending the way, or arms bending the way, I don't watch
I
them.
watched it and went, what did I just see? And then I watched it again and went, ooh.
Yeah, pretty awful.
Yeah,
Dolphins and the Raiders at KO Stadium on Saturday.
Gee, it's hard to go past the Dolphins, isn't it?
At home, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a tight game.
Well, the Raiders will be without, Hudson Young.
Not much else.
Is it the only one?
There's no Papali anymore.
No.
Playing for Origin.
And Kafusi and the Hammer are out on the Dolphins.
Yes.
Yeah. Dolphins by a short margin.
Yeah, I've gone Dolphins.
I'm inclined to agree.
Roosters and North Queensland on Sunday.
Well, Roosters should be winning this. The Cowboys have got significant outs too. They've got Nanai, Dearden, Talangi, Cotter, Robson, Holmes. Yeah, I think the Roosters should be winning this. And they've got good coverage, the Roosters.
Okay, and that leaves...
And because Teddy will score 1,000 points.
Teddy's still very sad because he's
all class. Don't worry. And so a lot of buys.
Buys Broncos, Titans, Sea Eagles, Melbourne, South Warriors, and West Tigers.
You said that West Tigers got 2 buys in the same week.
Have they?
Yeah, you just
Did
said
you
twice.
just what you just said?
I did not.
You did.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Okay, gentlemen, I want to talk State of Origin.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of, before we go into the teams, what do you think of the teams?
Do you really want me to tell you?
I do want to. I want you to tell all our fans out there, all the people who look at you, Brian, and say, "Wow, isn't he intelligent?" and tell them what you think of the team.
Yeah, what are you going to say to him?
Him.
The one guy.
Look, I ran through the squad, and I think there are some contentious decisions that were made.
Okay. Well, before you do that,
okay.
So I don't want you to go through them.
Oh, okay.
You've got some contention.
Hold your.
I'm going to be Madge.
Yep.
I'm going to be Madge.
Can I argue with you?
You can
have to
argue.
talk like Madge.
And
Do I have to talk like Freddie?
Yep.
Yes. And Tom's going to be Freddie Fittler. Because you know what? Fittler used to play for Roosters. Madge used to coach South. So I think there's an affinity here for both of us, you know. So, as Madge, are you right?
Lost my picture.
He's lost his picture.
I saved it to graphics.
He's lost his picture. He's lost his mind too, but we don't talk about that part.
So,
Madge, who's your fullback, Madge?
my fullback is Dylan Edwards. Freddie's, while he's getting it up there, Freddie's fullback is James Tedesco.
Tedesco, yes.
So, why didn't Tedesco get picked?
Don't know. I really don't know.
Look,
you remember you're arguing for Teddy.
Freddie, yeah. So, my personal feeling is, at the moment, of the available fullbacks, Edwards is clearly the best. There's no doubt about that.
He's the most in form.
Yes. Sorry, you're right. In form. That's probably a better term. Tedesco is the incumbent New South Wales captain and
Australian captain.
And Australian captain. And I don't think he's been doing anything to warrant him to be removed from the team. So I actually feel that is actually an essence of disloyalty to Tedesco. I think he's taken it with class. I don't think you'll go too wrong with Edwards, but I think that Tedesco brings some experience that Edwards doesn't have in this arena, and so that's why I went with Tedesco.
And why did you choose Edwards, Madge?
Because there's a form fullback. Because
you're only as good as your last game, and Teddy's last game was exceptional.
Yes, but Teddy's had 1 or 2 exceptional games this year, whereas Edwards has had, what are we on to, around 12?
He's had more than 1 or 2 exceptional games.
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't that long ago that we were saying, well, there's no way he should be picked because he's not playing well enough.
No, that was last year. Not
And
this year. He hasn't been... Yep.
Nobody's been good this year.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, as the casting vote...
Yep.
Right
or wrong?
That one goes to Freddie.
You think Tedesco. Okay. All right.
Nice.
Well done. Nice argument.
We've both gone Brian to O.
And no one is going to argue with that. He's the best winger in the game.
Absolutely.
Freddie, you've gone Stephen Crichton and I've gone Latrell Mitchell.
Yep.
How do you not pick Latrell Mitchell in a team?
So I'm just trying to get...
You're still trying to find this
No, it's the other way around.
There it is.
No, I'm sorry. I tipped Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, and you didn't say it that way. You said it the other way around.
Yeah.
Look,
No,
I think that Latrell Mitchell deserved an opportunity at centres.
Go on.
He deserved an opportunity at centres because while he has been out of form as a fullback, I never believed that he was a fullback. He's been an exceptional centre in the past, and whenever he stood up for the Blues, he's delivered. So I think
yet Stephen Crichton has performed admirably and
excuse me. I picked Stephen Crichton.
No. You're Freddie. He's Badge.
Yeah, and I picked Stephen Crichton as the other centre. Can you please
come
pay
on.
attention?
Hang on. Who are you
Focus.
arguing with? Oh, you're arguing for Suwali now. Go on. Go.
Suwali. I got a problem with that because I should never pick Suwali.
Come on, I want to see you argue Swally. Because I will argue for Latrell over Swally.
I picked Suwali because I like mercenaries in my team who play for the sake of their being paid $30,000 and have no heart for the game because they're going to leave the game.
Correct. Well done.
But that's why I picked him because I think that's important.
Okay. Well, so far Freddie's got you on 2 out of the 2. Your wingers, gentlemen?
I don't want to play this game anymore. I've gone Zach Lomax, and I actually believe Zach Lomax is the best winger going around at the moment.
Yes.
Who did you go, Freddie?
I've gone Josh Adokar. And Josh Adokar is, I believe, the incumbent, and he's not given me any reason not to pick him on his past form. So there you go.
Well, Steve made a better argument, but I would have picked. I would have picked the Fox. Sorry, Madge. Well done, Madge.
6.
Your 6 is?
Jerome Luai.
And I somehow...
Go on, I want to hear this argument for Cody Walker. Let's go.
How long you got?
Yes, it'll be a good
Cody
argument.
Walker is often good, and I was hoping that he would be good for the Blues.
And he's the incumbent, by the way.
You were supposed to say that, by the way. Man of the
and
match
he's the incumbent,
and was man of the match.
And
Maybe I should have been Freddie in this scenario and you should have been Madge.
maybe.
Because
Anyway, because other than Teddy, I think I agree with.
Jerome Luai has been the form 5'8". And
Yep.
I'm going to say, and being honest, I think without Cleary at Penrith, he has really stepped up.
Yes, you're right.
Into a leadership
Yes.
role and has taken charge of that team.
Yes.
I struggle with the fact he dances around. That drives me crazy at times. But he really is the form 5'8".
I agree.
Yeah, no.
And just so you know,
Yeah,
Madge, Queensland hate him. That's a good reason to pick him.
That's a good reason to pick
He's
him.
the
Yeah,
new gal.
that's right.
All right.
And we both got Nico Hines.
Oh, that
That
was...
Nico Hunt. So
Yep.
moving on. Yep.
Oh, your props.
Well, I've gone Jake.
Yes, and
How do
Haas.
you pick Jake as a prop? He's more of a back row or a lock. I think.
Freddie, who did you pick?
I picked Liam Martin because he is solid as a rock. Liam Martin.
Hang on, you're arguing against Jake being in the front row, but you put Liam Martin in the front row.
Yeah, he's solid as a rock. Absolutely.
He's
solid.
smaller than Jake,
But he's
And Jake-
but he's made of granite.
and Jake's a better ball player.
Liam's granite. He's
Liam's
absolute-
granite.
He can run onto the ball. He's terrific.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to say about that decision. I just...
You got to go Jake.
You got to go, Jake.
All right. I had a moment of madness and picked Reece Robson at hooker.
Who did you pick, Freddie?
I went with the incumbent again, Appy Coruscant. Can't go past him. Yeah, he's like so many players like Latrell, who I also picked in my team, who
Cody Walker.
who steps up, and Cody Walker, who steps up when the team needs him.
I tell you what, I'm going to play that time and time again. Latrell and Cody step up.
Can I just say, it's one to Freddie because Appy would step up.
Payne Haas.
We've both gone Payne Haas.
Yep.
By the way, I've gone Liam Martin
Martin
in the
is
second
not-
row, but
yeah.
I've got him in the second row.
Yeah, like a normal person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you've got?
Angus Crichton. Oh, Demoli. Yeah, who you've got on the bench. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. Angus Crichton, we both agree.
Yeah.
I would have put him in the 11, not in the 12, because he's a left-hander. Left-hand back rower, personally. But I made a bit of a typographical error here and I put him in 12 instead of 11.
As Madge, I actually should have picked Keon Clora-Matungi because he was on 5. If you're going to talk about playing one good game for State of Origin, Keon should have been picked after the South game.
Madge.
This is your team.
Madge, this is your team. You've got to defend it.
That's right. So
Uh,
in the 13?
I'm having trouble defending my moments of madness. But anyway.
You're 13 there, Madge.
My 13 is Cameron McGuinness.
All right.
And I actually like that choice because he's a workhorse. He really is a workhorse.
Isaiah, 3 premierships. Starting 13.
Yeah, I've
You
got him
can't
on the
beat him.
bench.
You can't beat him.
I've got him on, but I've got him coming from the bench.
Yeah. Yeah.
You let Cameron McGuinness take all the bashings, and then you bring on someone like Yo.
Yo's a leader. In the absence of...
Excuse me, the captain of that team, Freddie, is Jake. So you just leave Jake alone.
no, my team. It's just my...
So
I'm
tell me,
Freddie.
why did you pick Regan Campbell-Gillow?
Because he's never let us down in the past. Another granite man. He hits up. He doesn't do too much.
Can
else,
I
but
just
he's
say,
granite.
I'll cut this short from here on in, gentlemen, for the viewers out there. But I think this is the problem with State of Origin. In the past, Tom, aka Freddie, has nailed it. They've never let us down.
Yeah.
They have.
Because we keep losing.
We keep losing.
That's right.
They have let us down.
Yeah.
And so as much as I loved Freddie when he was first picked as coach, the choices that he would have made are living in the past. And although I don't agree with some of Mad's choices, I think, for example, I would not have Sawali in the team. And I think that Spencer Lenu is very, very lucky. Because if you're talking about good games, the guy's played 2.
Yeah, that's right.
So that
Good, though.
doesn't matter. That makes that makes no sense for me when you've got blokes like Ukamano and Safidi who are both seasoned and playing really good football and have been all year.
And I think Nukumanos should have been there.
I would have too. I would have.
I mean, you can imagine the size of these guys, and you know, Mitch Kenny and Hudson Young are large. Look, I think Hudson Young probably deserves a shot, but I'm not sure about Mitch Kenny.
Yeah.
But I think Nukumano just.
You know,
I would have picked it.
I think overall, Madge's team is odd.
Do you think Connor Watson would have been in that squad had he been fit?
Connor Watson, no.
No.
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
Where would you have
Off
played
the
Connor
bench.
Watson?
I think he would have been. He would have been your utility.
No.
I think, personally.
I think the player that's unlucky to miss out is Burton. I'm a little bit concerned that we've got no backs coverage at all on the bench. And surely last year, as you saw Damien Cook running around in the centres, you've got to go, we need someone.
That's why Connor Watson can play every position.
There is talk that they'll actually make a late change and put Burton on the bench.
Ahead of who?
Ahead of who?
Well, no, but you'll drop. I guess you'll drop a forward. You have to drop one of them to put Burton on the bench because then you do have that backup for the backs. You can play centre. You can play 5'8".
I'm not arguing that, but yeah, and I just think so. But as far as the team goes, you've got some players that aren't there next year. So Kira's retiring, and he's in the squad. You've got Suali, and you've got some have been picked on reputation. It feels like, and some have been picked on form. And some have been picked for the future, and some have been picked. Well, I don't know.
Well, Suwali's picked on form, and some people are arguing that in fact, if you give him a taste of Origin when he goes away, he's more likely to come back.
I've been doing this show with you now for how many years? I don't know. And every time you see a Roosters team named after a weekend, a Roosters team named. You go, Suali, he's so much better on the wing. He's dangerous on the wing. He doesn't do anything at centre. Where have we picked him?
Yeah, but, I haven't said that as much this year. He's been better.
Yeah, but better.
Yeah.
I don't think...
I would have picked him for wing. I would have picked him over...
I wouldn't have picked him at all.
Over Josh Adokar or Zeklin.
I don't think he's a form player at all. I think he's okay. But he doesn't do a lot. He takes the ball up and yes, he runs it hard and all that sort of stuff. But you see other players like...
His defending is really good.
He runs with his knees up in that game and he's going to get killed.
Yeah, well,
they will rip his head off and throw him into the grandstand.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't.
Then we'll need someone on the bench to cover the centres.
I'll say something after. I don't want it on air. I'll say something after this show, and you watch. I'll guarantee it'll happen.
Yeah.
I don't swear.
So I don't understand the logic of the team. I have faith that as Kieran Foran came out and said during the week, Kieran Foran being in the New Zealand team when no one wanted him there, and Madge, he said, Madge is the best at putting a team together and building that team culture immediately.
Yeah, worked at the Tigers.
Worked at the first part of the Tigers. He lost him towards the end. And so, and and the other thing is I'm really happy for Jake. Like, if there's anyone in that team who would die to be in a Blues jersey, it's Jake. So
not convinced.
I'm happy for that.
I'm not convinced of him as captain. I know he's passionate.
No, I agree.
He gets to speak out. I'm not quite so sure he's the right choice.
But if you pick Madge's team, who else would you pick as captain?
Yo, probably. And I wouldn't have him on the bench. That's all.
Yeah, I wouldn't have you on.
Look, I love Jake. Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody loves Jake. Nobody could not love Jake. But I'm just not sure if he's captain material, honestly.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. Brian, anything intelligent you want to the show with?
Yes, Manly on the cusp of the 8.
Again.
We're ready to go. We're ready to go after this bye. Go the Blues. Go the Blues. Go the Blues. Tom?
And his team wears maroon.
That's right, yeah.
Your team wears red.
Change the symbol on the hat.
Your team wears the American flag. Like, what do you want to say? Like,
and the Australian flag.
No, it's American.
Australian
red, white, and
flag.
blue, mate. You said red, white, and blue. It's the American flag. Seriously, what is it wrong with you? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but it's actually. Well, hang on. It's the French colours as well.
Yeah, so we're multicultural.
And the symbol is French. The chicken.
We're multicultural.
The chicken.
Right,
yeah. The Frenchies.
All bases.
The Frenchies. All right.
Anyway, Tom, anything you want to end with?
Yeah, looking forward to Sunday. I'm hoping we might get to the game, although it's going to be wet. But yeah, looking forward to a really good game. Hopefully, more of the same from the Chooks.
Yeah. And can I ask for State of Origin that we get a bit more hatred back into it?
Oh yeah,
I used to love the cockroaches and the cane toad stings.
Yeah, and they bring out the big sprays and try and kill each other.
Jimmy Reese has got a thing on our Origins really fun.
Yes.
All right.
There's an article in today's paper about it, and it's too sterile now. No one wants to say anything to upset anybody.
Well, because they don't want to fire the other team up.
Fire them up.
Fire them up.
Let's have some fun. Gentlemen, thank you for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is From the Sidelines. And we'll do it all again next week. Sorry the show was late. Enjoy anyway. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.